What is he doing?
This right here, very dangerous for all motorists. This bicyclist is extremely irresponsible when it comes to what he's doing. He looks like a delivery driver. Very irresponsible. Everyone here has to swerve out of the way to keep him safe. Think about that when you're a motorcyclist going in and out of traffic too.
You idiot! Get off
Extremely dangerous. Not just for you, but for everyone else. Merry Christmas. All right, corner, watch out. Watch out. Low side possibility. Okay. Okay, uncommon thing. They need to have a good working headlight. I didn't see him till last second.
Hey, stop! Why?
I love your editing, dude. We're having fun with this one. It's Christmas Eve, everybody. Watch out. Our lane is open. Theirs isn't. Merging issue. I would be, if I was a car driver, I would have wanted to switch lanes into his lane too. I mean, just take a look at it. This is the pattern I want you guys to recognize. This is where you should be in orange stage and not speeding. Okay, so you should be at the speed limit, but don't haul ass around here, because this is the pattern that I want you guys to focus on, because will prevent you having this issue right here. You'll almost have a sixth sense of, oh, I knew that person, or I knew somebody was going to do this. Write in the comments if you've ever seen this, and after watching this channel for a while, you're like, oh, I knew that person was going to do it, and I was prepped and ready. So right here, we have a long stack of vehicles. Our lane is open. If you were stuck in this line, wouldn't you want to go into our lane? Probably. Would you do it? Maybe not, because you're a safe driver and you saw a motorcyclist. How many of these people will see a motorcyclist? Probably not. Unintentional blindness. So they're just going to merge into our lane. And that is going to be a problem for us. This is why you need to be in orange stage right here, guys. Orange stage, boom, specifically identified an interest. You perceive the threat and you're ready to act. Right there. Side of the vehicle, it doesn't look like the other ones, right? This one looks like this one. Does not look like this one. Woo-wee. Edward, welcome to the crew, baby. Moving on to the next one. All right, terrible line of sight, but we have good space cushion. So this is, you know, if this is what you got, this is what you got. Oh. How come we didn't see him? How come we didn't look in our mirrors? I'm going to tell you right now, before we even finish that, because I don't want him to argue. When you see this right here, let's take a look at this right here. You know, Edwin. How you doing, man? Or Edward, I'm sorry. Did I call you Edwin? When you see this and this lane is merging to this lane. So when I'm in this spot right here, I'm checking my mirrors. I'm checking my left side, because I know people like the zipper merge. This right here is merging. Ours isn't. I check here because people like to zipper merge and get in last second. So I'm going to double check until my lane is completely clear. And that's where you have that 360 situation awareness. KB, SK, SI, welcome to the crew. Yep, there it is. This kind of stuff happens in your car too. So these principles would work really well. Side of the vehicle right there. Okay, merge issue. Oh, good braking. Hey, I'd rather have a close call than a crash. All right, we're going in and out of traffic. You need to look far ahead. Who here plays, I don't know, I would say Gran Turismo and Forza and all that stuff. But I mean, it's really any car game, okay? Any car game. What kind of view do you like to have? Do you like to have in the cockpit view, or do you like to have that third person aerial view to where you can kind of see everything? You know, for me, and I bring this up because I've been playing more Cyberpunk lately. You know, it's Christmas Eve, it's vacation, right? And I tried to do, like with any game, I try to do that first person view, and I just feel claustrophobic. I feel like I can't see anything, you know, because it doesn't work like typical. You can't check your mirrors and stuff. So I like to have that third person view. And the reason why, and I was thinking about it, right? I was thinking about it. I want that third person view so I can see way ahead. I don't want my line of sight to be diminished by, you know, seeing the back of a vehicle. I also want to be able to see around me, right? So when I see something like this, we're looking at first person view. I like to have it back here. Now, how can I replicate that when I'm riding? It's impossible, because you're obviously stuck on the bike. But then this is where orientation plays. Okay, so you're observing right now. This is observation. Orientation is where you are in space and time. So when it comes to that third person view and what it gives you in the video game, how can we replicate it out here on the motorcycle? And it really has to go into your brain. You really have to be able to orient yourself in the whole situation. And the only way you can do that is with vision and with knowing where you're at. So constantly checking your mirrors, constantly doing blind spot checks, lifesavers, constantly having good line of sight so you can see far away. That way you can kind of decide where things are at. Because when I see this right here, this is a good line of sight right now. When I see this image, I see that vehicle way ahead from the van. I see this vehicle right here. Now, if I had that mirrors and I had my head checks, I could see if there's a car in my left blind spot or if there's a car about 3 seconds behind me. So I can kind of paint a mental image to where there's a car way up ahead, there's a van right behind it, there's this vehicle right here to my left, but a little bit in front of me, kind of staggered. And then I have a vehicle in my blind spot to my left, and then I have a vehicle about 3 to 6 seconds behind me. So I'm kind of like playing this Frogger where I'm almost, aerial view, and I can almost zigzag and do a lot of these things. So when I see this, it tells me if I was that van behind that car, I would want to swerve and move into a different lane. So I'm not going to get around that vehicle until I see that they made their decision. So when I see this right here, I know that this vehicle is right here slowing down. The reason why this person's applying the brakes, they want to switch this lane because I would not want to be behind that vehicle. So as a motorcyclist, I'm not going to get in this lane and get side by side with this van because I already have this anticipation of him wanting to move over to the left. I hope that makes a little sense for you guys. And that's just a little input and insight of what it is I think about when I'm riding or driving or even walking my dog. And that's one of those things that I do when I'm walking is I practice this. You can practice your situational awareness and your orientation just by walking, riding a bicycle, driving a car. You don't have to be on a motorcycle. So that right there should have been avoided based off of good situation awareness and orientation. All right. Bad positioning just because they can reverse. I know that person was going. I know that van ran the red or ran the stop sign and all that stuff. Here's what I'm just happy about. I'm happy that they ran it versus trying to stay within the lane and rear-ending me. Look at the bright side on some of these things, guys. Now, the problem I said right here is where we are positioned, because I was worried about this person backing up into me if they decided they didn't want to go for some reason. That's one of my fears. So I'd position myself off to the side or off to the side. I'd probably be on this side only because if anybody did do what this van did, hopefully they're going to go towards the open lane versus trying to hit a curb. So I'm going to be off to this side so I can see around this vehicle. But this is why you need to pay attention. I'm so glad that this person did not just run into the back of us. And the problem with being positioned here, guys, a lot of police officers, a lot of firefighters, a lot of public safety, a lot of workers, construction, whatever, anybody on the road, they've been sandwiched between vehicles like this because of vehicles not paying attention. So that's why I don't position myself like this. I wasn't taught this in motorcycle class. Okay? This isn't something that you're taught. At least I wasn't. How you position yourself behind a vehicle. I was taught this in the fire service. So if you have any life experiences that have to do with safety, like OSHA regulations, things that you learned where you live and where you are working, bring some of that relevant stuff to the motorcycle world, and you'd be surprised how safe and how many things overlap. How you doing, 82? Speed limit, you didn't get beer? Oh, dude. All right, what's going to happen here? Okay, good space cushion. All right, there you go. Good line of sight. I'm going to tell you this right now. Doing that is just going to cause issues in terms of a possibility of getting hit. EVOC training teaches you. I'm more concerned about safety versus littering. But I think this was back in the day. Hey, it's Motor Rides AZ. Anyways, back in the day, it was really part of the motovlogging stuff to really do this kind of thing where you get an agitation and an interesting thing to post online. I just don't think it's worth it. Don't do this kind of stuff, guys. Just don't do this. Now look at what we're doing. We're doing illegal riding. Oh, great. We got a construction zone, double tickets, double fines, double points. We almost hit that. We didn't see it until last second. Now everyone's doing dumb things. It's just, don't do that, guys. Old lady reversing across highway. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Brake lights. Good vision. Look at, you can see, look at the line of sight. Look at the line of sight. That's the uncommon thing in a common situation. And he slowed down.
What's this?
Good situation awareness. Now, if you were right behind these vehicles, you would not be able to see that.
Trying to back up.
I'd be concerned that there might be something going on in terms of medical. So what I would be doing for me personally is I would pull over into a safe area. I wouldn't go on the grass or on the shoulder right here. Since we have this right here, I'd pull over, do a nice U-turn. Very easy to do if you learned it from me on Motorcycle Training Concepts. Quick plug for my own stuff. I would do U-turn and then park facing out, and I would double check and I'd just see what they're gonna do. I would just kind of wait and see what they're gonna do, because my biggest concern is they're gonna get T-boned right here. That maybe she's going to diabetic coma, having a seizure or whatever, heart attack, all those different things, strokes could happen. I'd be concerned about that. You know, this right here is so uncommon that it could be a medical issue, and it could just straight up be terrible driving. I don't know. I would hope it's terrible driving, because at the end of the day, if it was a medical issue, they're having a worse day than you.
Oh, lady.
You know, there's been so many times where I just was happy that when I got a call for something terrible, I was so happy when I got there and it was nothing. I don't know. I just, kid not breathing. Happy I show up. The kid's crying. Motor vehicle accident with 18 patients. Show up and there's only 4. Just stuff like that.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Roundabouts once again. I'm learning roundabouts, guys. I'm trying to learn it more. Non-issue. You did great braking. Good for you. Don't worry about what they're doing. You did great. U-turns are a lot of fun. Hey, waving it off. He apologized. Very good. U-turns are a lot of fun. Edgar. Practice. All right, side of the vehicle. Very common. They probably didn't see us because of the line of sight issue. Now, it's obvious to a lot of us. It's obvious to a lot of us that they have a line of sight issue when you see this part right here. They can't see us, and we can't even see them because this vehicle is in the way. Now, a line of sight issue for them, since we understand that, should put us in orange stage because, hey, I can't see them. I kind of saw them when they got on the other side, because you see the patterning and we're so far back, right? They can't see us because that vehicle is literally right there and they can't see around that vehicle. So they have to look for 20 vehicles over here. We only have to look for those 1 or 2 over here. So since we see that orange stage, be prepped and ready for something like this. You see this now, that they're starting to creep out. Hopefully this person, you see it kind of dive in a little bit, so they apply the brakes. They're not going to go. We don't know what that person wants to do. The rev bomb's not going to put you in safety. What's going to put you in safety is getting in a better position. So maybe going on the left side, but it looks like he wanted to go this way. How about we just kind of roll off the throttle a little bit, which kind of what he's doing with the rev bombing, but you remove that engine braking and just allow the person to get in. Horn is fine once you're safe. I'm cool with that. Non-issue. Just go. Just get out of there. Let's go to the lounge. I know this was a very short after action review type stuff, and I gave you guys homework to watch it, and we kind of powered through it. But 170 of you are in here. Make sure you hit that like button to sign in for today's class so you can get credit. Welcome to the Firehouse, by the way. This is the lounge only for crew members. You have to be a crew member, clicking that join button to get access to this and play all these video games and play some foosball right here. Grab yourself a drink over there in the little mini fridge on the left side and make your way to the office. We're going to have a quick chat. Guys, go ahead and do crisscross applesauce. Get yourself into the, just get into a good comfy position, guys. Just get yourself in a good comfy position. All right.